If you've ever collected an email address through your website, landing page, or lead magnet, but then had no idea what to send next, this video is for you, because getting someone onto your email list is only the beginning. The real value of email marketing comes from what happens after someone signs up. What email do they receive first? How do you introduce yourself? How do you build trust? And how do you eventually turn a subscriber into a customer without constantly sending promotional emails? In today's video, I'm going to show you exactly how to set up email marketing from scratch. We'll cover how email marketing actually works, what you need before you start, how to organize your contacts, how to create your first email, and then we'll set up a simple welcome sequence step by step. And if you watch the previous videos in this series, this is where everything starts connecting together. We first mapped out the sales funnel, then we created the landing page that captures the lead. Now, we're going to set up the emails that continue the conversation after that person signs up. Let's get started. Before we open any software, we need to understand what email marketing actually is. At its simplest, email marketing is a way of communicating directly with people who have given you permission to contact them. And that permission is incredibly valuable. Think about what happens on social media. You publish a post or upload a video, but you don't control exactly who sees it. A platform decides how far that content travels. Email is different. When someone joins your email list, you now have a direct communication channel with that person. You can welcome them, you can send useful content, you can share your latest videos, you can follow up with them. And when it makes sense, you can introduce a product or service that could help them. But good email marketing isn't about collecting thousands of email addresses and constantly sending sales pitches. It's about building a relationship over time. For this tutorial, we're going to keep the system very simple. There are 5 basic parts. You need a way for someone to join your list. You need somewhere to store their contact information. You need an email address to send from. You need the actual emails you want to send. And finally, you need a system that connects those pieces together. In the previous video, we already built the first part, the landing page. So now let's set up what happens after someone fills in that form. I'm going to demonstrate this inside GoHighLevel because it allows us to keep the landing page, contacts, email marketing, and eventually our automations in one system. Once I log into my account, the first place I want to show you is the contacts section. This is effectively the database behind your email marketing system. Every time someone submits the form on our landing page, their information can be stored here. So instead of having email addresses scattered across spreadsheets, forms, and different pieces of software, everything is kept in one place. If I open a contact record, you can see the information we have about that person. Their name, their email address, their phone number if we collected it, any tags that have been added, and a history of their communication with the business. Now, as your list grows, organization becomes increasingly important. Imagine having 10,000 contacts and sending exactly the same message to every single person. Some might be brand new subscribers. Some may have already bought from you. Some may be interested in one service but not another, and some may not have opened an email in months. This is why email marketers use things like lists, tags, and segments. But if you're just getting started, don't overcomplicate this. For our example, I'm going to create a simple tag connected to the offer we created in the previous video. The landing page offer was based around building a high converting funnel. So we could use a tag such as funnel lead. Now, whenever someone signs up through that specific page, we know exactly where they came from and what they were interested in. Later, if we create another lead magnet about email marketing or appointment booking, those subscribers can be organized differently. This becomes very useful as your marketing system grows. But now we need to create the most important email in the entire process, the first email. Think about this from the subscriber's point of view. They've just discovered your page. They've trusted you enough to enter their information, and now they're waiting to see what happens. Silence at this point is one of the biggest mistakes you can make. The first email should arrive quickly, confirm what they signed up for, and tell them what to expect next. So let's create one. Inside the email section, I'm going to create a new email. Now, depending on your business, you can create highly designed newsletters with images, buttons, multiple sections, and branded graphics. But for this example, I'm going to keep things simple. In many cases, a clean, personal-looking email can work extremely well because it feels like genuine communication rather than an advertisement. Let's start with the subject line. The job of the subject line is simple. Get the right person curious enough to open the email without misleading them. For this example, I could use, "Your funnel guide is ready." That's clear, it's relevant, and it immediately connects the email with the action the subscriber just took. Next comes the opening. I want to acknowledge why they're receiving the email. So I could write, "Hi there, thanks for requesting the funnel launch guide. Over the next few days, I'm going to show you how the different parts of a high converting marketing system fit together, from your landing page and email follow-up to automation and lead management." You can access the guide here. Then I would add one clear button or link. Notice that I'm not trying to sell 5 different things in this email. The subscriber took one action, so I want to give them one clear next step. Then I can finish with something simple like, "Keep an eye on your inbox because tomorrow I'll show you the first thing I would fix if a funnel is generating traffic but failing to generate leads. Speak soon, Evans." That's it. The email has done its job. It welcomed the subscriber, it delivered what was promised, and it created a reason to open the next email. One thing I recommend before sending any email is checking the mobile preview. A large percentage of people will read your emails on their phones, so look at the email as they will see it. Are the paragraphs too long? Is the button easy to tap? Does the subject line make sense? Are the images displaying correctly? You don't want to spend hours creating an email that looks perfect on a large monitor but is almost impossible to read on a phone. Now that we have our first email, we need to think beyond one message. This is where an email sequence comes in. An email sequence is simply a planned series of emails designed to move someone from one stage of the relationship to another. For a new subscriber, I recommend starting with a simple welcome sequence. You don't need 30 emails. You don't need complicated branching logic. You don't need to build some enormous system before you've sent your first message. Start with 3 to 5 useful emails. For example, our sequence could look something like this. Email 1 delivers what the subscriber requested and welcomes them. Email 2 teaches them something useful related to the problem they want to solve. Email 3 addresses a common mistake or misconception. Email 4 shares an example, result, or case study. And email 5 introduces a logical next step. The important thing is that the emails should feel connected. A mistake I see beginners make is treating every email as a completely separate broadcast. Monday, they send a marketing tip. Wednesday, they promote a product. Friday, they talk about something completely unrelated. There is no journey. Instead, think of your sequence like a short course. Every email should naturally lead into the next. For the funnel example we've been building throughout this series, our emails could follow the same journey as the videos. The first email could explain the basic funnel structure. The next could show how to improve the landing page. Then we could explain how email follow-up works. After that, we could introduce automation. And eventually, we could show how all of those systems connect together. This is actually one of the most powerful ways to use email marketing alongside content. Instead of constantly trying to create completely separate content for YouTube, email, and your website, you can create one connected ecosystem. Your video attracts the viewer. Your landing page captures the lead. Your emails continue the education. And each email can send the subscriber back to useful videos, resources, or offers. Now, before we finish, I want to show you how I would test this system. This part is important because a funnel isn't finished just because you've built the pages and written the emails. I would open the landing page we created in the previous video and submit the form using a test email address. Then I would check the contact section. Has the contact appeared? Is the correct information attached? Has the correct tag been applied? Then I would check the inbox. Did the email arrive? Does the subject line look correct? Does the email display properly on mobile? And most importantly, does the link work? Click through the entire journey yourself. Never assume that because everything looks correct inside the software, the subscriber experience is working perfectly. Test it like a real customer. So at this point, look at what we've built. We have a sales funnel strategy, we have a landing page, we have a way to capture leads. We have somewhere to store those contacts. And now we have emails ready to continue the conversation. But at the moment, we're still looking at the individual pieces. The next step is where things become really interesting. Because what if the system could automatically react to what a lead does? What if one action triggered an email? Another action moved a lead into a different stage, and another action automatically created a follow-up task? That's what we're going to build in the next video when I show you how to automate your marketing. If you want to follow this entire series from the beginning, I've linked the full playlist below. And if you're building this system alongside me and want to use the same platform I'm demonstrating throughout the series, you'll also find my GoHighLevel link and bonus information in the description. If this video helped you, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video where we start connecting all of these pieces together with marketing automation.